Okay.
I don't do Facebook, Charlie.
Yeah, I understand.
I get all this shit popping up on my damn thing. You got a request from so and so. And what gets me is why did somebody cut these limbs?
Because at one point, to get through here, you probably had to cut them.
You probably had to cut them. Okay,
On
reasonable
the storm,
explanation.
it might have been a storm. I
Yep.
mean, who knows?
No, it's cut.
Yeah, I know, but they might have had to cut it because a
Yeah, they
storm knocked
broke
them down.
down, or just because the water was high, they couldn't come
Right.
through.
The highest I've seen the water is probably as low as the lowest cut.
Ah, okay. All right.
That was a long time ago.
Whew, that's a lot of water, babe.
Yeah.
Whew, that's a lot of water. My grandpa worked on a pull boat when he was a teenager before he went into farming, and they were down there around Pierre, around the Lake Verret and back up in there,
Uh huh.
and he was on the pull boat, which is nothing but a big barge with steam winches on it.
Yeah. Drag them out.
And they dragged the chains out into the woods and hook onto the logs, and then pull the logs into the
Yeah.
main bayou.
Well, it was a boon to the housing industry. That's.
Yeah.
But these things, I'm figuring they must be 110 years old, somewhere around there.
These
Yeah.
trees, yeah, they're all second growth.
Yeah.
Oh yes, yeah. It's all second growth in here.
I don't know who owns it. I'm not sure if the state of Louisiana does or,
Oh, who?
but it is an exquisite place. I would just die if it got, because there's lots of it. If you go back to the right, it goes way back there.
What the hell is that?
That's an
That's a
owl
hawk.
or a hawk.
That's a hawk.
Hawk.
Yeah.
Hawk.
The first person that took me back here was Drew. He and his son or daughter, and me and my at then girlfriend
Didn't Drew
came.
have an operation lately, recently?
No, it's been quite a while since he's been in the hospital.
Oh, I think the last time I saw him, I thought he said he was had to have an operation or something. Charlie, they trying to pull you back in on any work or anything?
There are offers out there, but not really. I mean, nobody's beating down my door saying come back to work.
And you ain't exactly beating down their door to go back to
Not
work.
at all. Mental health these days is dominated by female administrators who are not fun to work for, and they're deceitful
Mm-hmm.
and greedy. They're out for themselves. Jan Kosofsky, the recent one that
That's a
Capital
hawk.
Area Human Services District,
Mm-hmm.
this woman 2 years in a row said that her there was no money in her budget for her staff. So she gave herself a $26,000 raise and her assistant a $15,000 raise. So now she makes almost 200,000 and her assistant 156,000.
God damn.
But there's no money for anybody else, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure of that.
That makes me so sick. I would just like to strangle them by the collar. Look at that ahead of us. Isn't that gorgeous?
Mm-hmm. Wouldn't mind pulling a CC Lockwood on this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I actually talked to him on the old Jim Inkster show one time. He's been back here.